Boom. Get it hot out. Okay. Kelly, how you doing? Rochelle, what's good? How are you guys? I hope you guys are having a really great Tuesday. Yeah, oh my God, yes. Today it got up to like 17. You know what I'm saying? Even the wind is like warm. You really can't complain. Yeah, it must be like nice where pretty much everyone else is, I assume, too. Yeah. How's it on the East Coast? Hope everything's all good out there as well. Okay, so this guy, let's get my recipe out. Tatiana, how are you? Great to see you. Beautiful, 13 degrees. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, it should be good because I picked up, some really nice pork belly for like really reasonably priced. Because again, pork belly here at least is, pork itself is at a pretty good, like low in comparison to beef and chicken right now. So we were able to get pork belly for like £4 a pound, roughly about $4.50 a pound. And that's, in all honesty, that's cheaper than bacon. Tatiana, yeah, it's good to see you again as well. I hope you're having a really great Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, if you guys can get your hands on like some really nice pork belly, it's a great opportunity and time to like do a little bit of experimenting with that. Because again, like usually a lot of the times, steak is redonkulous right now. Same with chicken. For pork belly, it was like roughly about $4.50 a pound, and we picked up about 4 pounds. So it came out to about $18 for like 4 pounds of pork belly, right? This guy right here is a 2-pounder, right? So at this point, you can afford to make your own bacon, or try to at least experiment with stuff that you've seen on like TikTok and stuff. Because a lot of the time, the reason I don't touch pork belly is because it's like at such a high premium. But with it being so cost effective at this moment, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Yeah. So what are you guys saying for dinner tonight? What are you guys doing? What's your plans? Okay. Actually, just gonna throw that right there. Get some water going on there. Is the pork halal? Is pork ever halal? Hot dogs and poutine. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, one of my favorite things is their dinner at Chat Bar. Oh, that sounds great. What'd you have? One of my favorite things is we have I believe it's called a positivity troll, man. Thank you so much. I totally believe that life's imperfections make it beautiful, keep shining. I appreciate that big time, dude. Am I Filipino? Yes, I am the Filipino flavor. Yeah, I 100% believe that. Thank you so much for rolling through. As always, man, you're super positive. I appreciate that. You had everything. That's awesome. Okay, so in the back, I'm just going to go ahead and start getting just my potatoes ready. And then as well, in this container, I'm going to get my stuff for the lemon curd, for the lemon meringue. So today, I was thinking about doing more of a deconstructed lemon meringue, just because I don't want to actually have to go through like the whole process of making a pie when you can also have... Barry, unfortunately, I really don't have my accent no more. I can imitate it, but I think that would just be a little bit disrespectful. Yeah, but in this case today, I'm going to be doing like a more of a deconstructed idea on the lemon meringue, just because I used to have a really great deconstructed lemon meringue that I served at one of my restaurants. And people really tended to enjoy that as a nice finisher, right? It's a really good, cheap way to have extra product used up. Especially, do Filipinos have a mango smoothie recipe? Usually, yeah. But it's a normal smoothie recipe, but I do recommend using the Filipino mango, right? Or the Alfonso mango, which is the Indian mango, which are both fantastic. We're not really big fans of like the Brazilian or the Mexican mango because we kind of find it a little bit too fibrous. But of course, if you work with what you can find, right? Right? It sounds totally delicious. Oh my God. Oxtail soup, man. Sweet potato with cheese, cucumber salad, chicken and beef skewers. My God. Woof. That's a damn good meal. The skewers must have been so fire too. How was the oxtail soup? Was it nice? It must have been so nice, rich, warming. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. Okay, so in the back right now, I'm just going to get some water heated for my potatoes. All right, because I'm just going to just go ahead, cut them, put them in here, blanch them out so they're at least 3/4 of the way cooked, so they're soft, so that when I sear them, they just won't fall apart, okay? As well as I'm going to be using Baker's potatoes, because again, those are like the cheapest that I can find. Because you can pretty much use anything sweet, rich. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. Danny, what's good, bro? How are you today, bro? It's great to see you, man. He had guests from out of town, so I showed them the best. Right on, dude. That's awesome. I love when you can introduce like new or really good spots in the city, because again, great spots are usually they're there for a while, but then they aren't, right? That's at least what I noticed with with Calgary, right? Because some of the best spots only last maybe about 4 years, and that's like the sign of a really good restaurant, in my opinion, at least. Right? You should never let a concept die out. You should strike while it's hot and leave when it's even hotter. Okay, so yeah, my water's in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and add a pinch of salt, just to minorly season the potatoes when they go for the boil. Again, I'm just gonna get a 3/4 boil here, and then right here, I'm gonna start heating up just a bunch of the extra ingredients that I need for. Hey, thanks so much for the TikToks. I appreciate it. Cool story, Stacia. Curry shrimp curry. Chicken boiled dumpling, green fig, rice for dinner. Ooh, my lord, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Why do you always think it was a pinch of salt? Yeah, usually when you're going to do any type of boil, especially when it comes to like root vegetables or anything like that, it's always good to add in a little bit of salt to make sure that you're always maintaining a good hit of sodium to bring up the savory note. It's not to make it salty, it's just to always encourage savory flavors. And Dawn and Bella, how are you? It's great to see you. Branson, hey, right on, dude. How are you today? Yeah, I do remember. Hope you're having a really great Tuesday. It's good to see you again. And as always, welcome. I appreciate you for joining the live. To the cup of water, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in roughly about a cup's worth, or sorry, half cup of sugar. Okay, boom. Make it nice and sweet. Again, when it comes to like doing the lemon curd for a meringue, it's really nice and easy to be able to at least maintain how much, what do you call it? Go Leafs go. To be honest with you, I don't follow hockey. But I will say I am a Calgary fan because I love the home team. Yes, today that is lemon meringue is the dessert. I'm going to be doing more of like my take on like a deconstructed lemon meringue. Just something nice, small, simple on the plate because, again, when it comes to desserts, I don't recommend, or excuse me, I do recommend going for a smaller dessert, something that has a little bit more punch, that requires less bites, and it's just a nice, easy finish to a rich dinner. Okay, so I have the sugar in here. I'm going to actually put in just also just the smallest pinch of sea salt. Okay, that again, when it comes to sugar, if you add in a little bit of salt, just like you would your caramel, it helps really bring up, what do you call it, a good amount of savoriness in your in the sweets, right? So it really helps balance it out. Grilling season, oh my God, yeah, you have no idea. I was considering getting, all my propane tanks are empty, so I have to go and get like both my propane tanks filled. But I'm also picking up this new adapter for the top of the propane tank that allows a wok to sit on it. So it's like these claws with like 20 burners on it. So it like allows the wok to sit on top of the 20 burners, and it's like instant 5,000 BTU, boom. And then it means that when I do my lives, I can start doing them outside, and then you guys can see like live wok sessions and stuff like that, which I think will be really, really fun. Especially considering I have one of my grills I converted into a smoker. I have a regular grill, and then I do some wok work, and I think that'll be amazing. Yeah, everything just with a small pinch of salt. You got to add that little bit of savoriness to really enhance, I believe, anything that has a bit of sugar. Or if you're just going to keep it savory, it just helps balance. Like, you don't have to keep adding salt at every stage. As long as you just keep rolling with a little bit of that sodium, you'll always maintain a great flavor profile. Nanners is doing good. She's just right now on the way to go pick up our daughter. And her and Rosemary will be home probably in the next 15-20 minutes. Yeah, I think doing like a live session outside finally would be amazing, because we just cleared off our deck. So like finally, like, it's a good open space, tons of like, you wait until you see it. We have like 2 grills on there. It's super obnoxious. The electrolytes of life, hell yeah, it's what plants crave, baby. Okay, so I have the water, the sugar, a little bit of salt. I'm gonna go ahead with because again, you want it to be like, you want it to thicken when we add in the eggs and stuff to the curd, to create the curd, right? So, in order to do that, I'm going to add in just about a teaspoon of cornstarch, right? And that will help thicken and give you that really glossy shine that you're looking for when it comes to your curd. Okay, just dissolve that real quick. Okay, and then to this, I'm also going to add in about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I also have a little bit of lime. Okay, lemon juice, I'm just going to use lemon concentrate. Well, there we go. Nothing crazy, all right? Okay. Perfect. And I need to just find... here we are. Okay, and then as well, I have just a little bit of extra white chocolate ganache. I'm just going to go ahead and just leave that right next to, what do you call it, just next to the heat, so that it has a chance to soften up really quickly. Okay, and then I'm going to add in also to the curd mix, I'm just going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, so that when I do emulse the egg into it, it'll have something else, another fat to like bind onto the liquid. Okay, so in another container, we're going to go ahead and separate out 2 yolks. Actually, I'll probably just use a mug, because I need that 1 liter. Go. Okay, so I'm going to separate the whites from the yolks. Hopefully that works correctly. Okay. Perfect. And I'm going to save the whites for when I do like anything deep fried. Because again, if anyone watches the channel, usually One of my biggest things that I love to use egg whites for is making like batters or dredges, because I do love the crust that you get from it. Pineapple meringue, yeah, dude, that shit is nuts when it's good. Hell yeah. All right, so just gonna make sure the heat's always consistent. Because again, you don't want the liquid to be boiling, but what you do want it is to be steaming, okay? So the yolks are in here. Just gonna give them a quick beat. Right, because again, we're going to wait till the liquid is at a more or less a steam, so that will actually help me temper some of that liquid into the yolks safely without cooking the yolks, and then I'm going to reincorporate it back, whisking it in, right? Because what that's going to do is that's going to finalize a nice thickening for the actual curd. I'm going to let that cool down, and I'm going to put it into a squeeze bottle. Okay, so next, while that's going, I'm just going to go ahead and chop up some of my potatoes, get those out of the way. Today, I'm actually going to do just a hash with a side of seared bok choy, because I have that to use up, as well as I'm also going to finish with a little bit of, what do you call it? I have this extra gigantic avocado. Boom. See, I would initially use the meringues for the lemon meringue itself, but I do have meringue like pavlova. Is it pavlova? Pavlova type of meringues already done, like cookies. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use those instead. I'm going to break it onto the plate, and then I'm going to just give them a quick char while plating some of the meringue and some of the like cookie crumb around it. So then it's kind of just a mixture of like scraping the plate, and you have these really cool like citrusy type of bites. Okay, so the water is starting to come up to a boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut myself up some squares or some cubes. Okay, and this will be really nice for plating later. I'm gonna go with another half a potato roughly. Yeah, half potato. Why not? Okay. Gonna empty some of that water out so it doesn't boil over. All right. Ends there. That's there. Smooth, what is good, dude? Great to see you, bro. Hey, man, thank you again as well for joining, dude. It's always a great time when you are here, man. Thank you so much. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. Hope you're having a really great Tuesday. Okay, perfect. So I have potatoes going. That's going. Next, we're just going to go ahead and start on the pork belly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the pan with just a touch of just basic ass canola oil. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Been busy school and work. Hey man, I appreciate you, man. How is school and work going? I hope everything's doing well. You guys are also pretty much coming up on your summer breaks, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so with the pork, it's also looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a quick couple scores. What this does, it helps break up the fat, gets it rendering in the pan right away. Okay, just like that. I'm going to cross hatch it. And again, for today, I'm not going to do like a crispy pork skin or anything like that. What I'm really looking for is that the pork itself, the skin, is going to act as like more of a shelter for the pork underneath. So what that means is that the skin will act as like the barrier, keeping the steam in from the internal cooking, and it will then tenderize and create like a soft barrier. So it allows for a really great even braise without having to necessarily put a lid on. So I'm going to put the heat on this to about a medium so I can get a nice slow sear. Okay, so that water's coming up, which is great. Studying is machining. Yes. All kinds of pasta. Right on, dude. What's my favorite? To be honest with you, oh man, I'm still a huge sucker for like a gorgeous, like a rosé sauce with genuinely with just like nice fresh tomatoes, like a tomato bolognese. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brandon A, right on, dude. Great to see you as well, man. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys for being here. And Rosie, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome to the community. You're going to love it here. Okay, let's just give that a quick check. Good. And you can tell this thing's coming up to a really nice, what do you call it? A nice heat when the cornstarch starts to actually thicken the liquid. You're starting to get a good shine to it, and it goes more clarified. Plus the butter that's in there as well will start, what do you call it? Will start to actually melt and then like mix in with the actual thickening of the cornstarch, which is fantastic. Okay, so for the bottom of the pork as well, I'm going to go ahead and score it. Okay, because what I'm going to do here, what I'm thinking is, I haven't decided if I want to do like an Asian flavoring or like more of a barbecue flavoring, because I think I still have like a little bit of barbecue sauce or something kind of kicking around. I think that would be fire on top of a nice potato hash. Okay, so let's go take a gander real quick. Hell yeah. Okay. So I got this chicken and rib barbecue sauce. So knowing that I use this for ribs and it's a really sweet, sticky kind of sauce. Nath, thank you so much for the follow. 234, thank you so much for the follow. And KB Gulo, thank you guys for the follow. I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Thank you so much. Welcome. And welcome to the community. You're going to love it here. So what I'm thinking here is I'm going to go ahead and just slice this bad boy in half, widthwise. Right, so we have two nice angles. This will help fit in the pan nice and evenly. Okay, right, so I got good scoring, all that. Yeah, okay. To this, I'm just going to actually take a little bit of sea salt in hand. Okay, and just get these in between any of like the open crevices. Okay, this is going to help draw out just a little bit of the water during the searing process. Do not add too much salt. The reason being is because salt, although it does season your meat, it's been scientifically proven that it also, stops browning, or like it prevents browning. Good answer. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's something I learned from like studying molecular gastronomy, is that when it comes to salt and fat, although it does season the food or season the actual proteins, it does is a slight detriment to the browning. So one of the solutions I have is always like, you can actually see it now. You can actually see like how much oil is actually starting to come off as you rub in some of that salt. So we're just going to leave that for a second while the pan heats up. Okay, nice and easy. Not necessarily stops browning, but it really prevents you from getting the proper amount of caramelization in the pan, rather than, like, you can still get browning, say, if you were to season your meat, put it on the grill, because that it doesn't prevent charring. It does prevent a level of browning, though, that you want to achieve. Do I work in a kitchen? I used to, yes. I've been a professional chef for the last over 25 years now. And 412, hey, thanks so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, and Nina, it's not that it's a bad thing, because you can still achieve browning with salt. But what that means is that, and also it's not like it prevents it from getting like a proper like Maillard effect. But what it does, especially when you want to do like a roast or anything like that, that's why you get a lot of people get gray sears rather than complete brown sears. What's my favorite thing to cook? To be honest with you, first and foremost, I love deep fried things, because I'm a huge fan of just like throwing things into like a vat of... Rory, what's good, man? How are you? I'm a big fan of like throwing, what do you call it? Throwing things into like a vat of oil, because I love deep frying. But one of my favorite things is to cook like seared meats. Because again, like one of my favorite dishes is an onglet steak. Because again, it's really like, for me, it's a very superior flavored piece of meat. As well as like texturally, it's superior. Yeah. And I love cooking anything that involves like sous vide, stuff like that. Just slow and low has always been like a thing that I've really enjoyed. Okay, so we're getting to a nice heat. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a couple more seconds, because it's not at that point where I doubt it will stop sticking. But even if it does, it doesn't matter. Again, I'm only trying to use the fat as like a cushion for the heat. Actually, while that's going on, I actually should bring up the temperature. Come on. I'm gonna go just 350. Actually, no, I'm gonna go 375 in my oven. Get that preheated right now. Yes, it is cured, but it also rinsed, correct? You just had a cheat meal, fries supreme and a blizzard. Damn. You're gonna take a fucking nap after that, I'll be real. Following 1.5 inch T-bone on barbecue. Damn. Woo. 1.5 inch T-bone, dude. Oh my good lord. Oh man. Yeah, you're gonna feel that piece of meat. That's for damn sure. Perfect. So now actually, if anything, I should add just a touch more cornstarch. Because it's getting a shine, but it's not getting the right thickness. So I'm just going to add another, roughly a tablespoon. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So now I'm starting to get a good amount of heat on this. Turn my fan on. Get this quick sear. Okay, and then I'm just going to let this guy sear until I just get a good amount of browning on the skin. Just essentially so I get its nice, really crispy crust. You're white, is that okay? Of course it is. What's an easy barbecue recipe that will impress? To be honest with you, since pork is so cheap right now, I've been able to consistently find deals on pork ribs. And to be honest, if you have a barbecue and you have, like I say, a slow cooker or even like just a gigantic pot, one of the things I would recommend you try out is because I like low and slow smoking of ribs. But if you don't have a smoker or have the time for any of that, in essence, what I would do is just do a low and slow, a low and slow braise on like some nice, really good pork ribs, and then pull them off like when they're like really tender. If you actually go back a few of my videos, you'll see I did a thing of ribs in a pot in a nice thing of stock, like beef and pork stock or beef and mushroom stock, with a hit of barbecue sauce, with some extra peppercorns, like a hit of clove, a little bit of Chinese 5-spice. That's going to give you all your extra savory spices, and then just let it braise for like until it breaks down to like 4 to 6 hours on like the lowest setting. So it's just literally, it's not boiling or bubbling, it's just steaming. And what that's going to do is slowly break down the tendons and relax them, so it'll be ultra juicy. Pull them out onto a resting rack, like onto a baking sheet. Let them rest in just let them rest in the fridge slightly. You're going to then take some barbecue sauce. You're going to put them bone side down on the grill, nice hot grill. You're going to just take some brush on a little bit of barbecue sauce in layers. Like you're going to brush it on, close the lid, wait a couple seconds, right? Brush on a little bit extra of the barbecue sauce, and then boom, good to go. Now, splashing. All right, nice. We're getting that nice, good sear. Another one. Yeah, man, of course. Anthony, absolutely, bro. Very wholesome content. Yeah, I've been told that, bro. And say hi, man. Hey, God loves you as well. I appreciate you for coming through. And Bailey, what's good? Great to see ya. How are ya? I hope everyone's also having a great Tuesday. Thank you guys again for rolling up. I appreciate you guys for sitting and talking. Okay, where are we at? There we go. Now we're starting to get a good thickness on that. Hi, honey. Put that down over there. This is for me. Oh, nice. The other rest. Hey.
Dad, today is my teacher's birthday.
Oh, cool. You got some bubble stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
For inside.
For inside. Oh, careful. You should go. It's splashing. Easton, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, man. Do I make YouTube videos as well? Yep, they just rolled through. Right now, I didn't make a video of this meal. Again, for all my lives, if you guys are looking to learn how to make this meal, I do repost all of my videos onto my YouTube pages. So, Lulu from Northern Ontario, what is good? And Rena, thank you so much for the follow. Ooh, yeah. Standing rack of ribs in a cast iron? 100%. With blueberry sauce, yeah, dude. Or, sorry, blackberry sauce, you said.
Blackberry.
That's fire. It was super tart, nice, gorgeous flavors.
Hot, Kelly.
So, lovely. Yeah, so if you guys go to my, if you go to my TikTok page, yeah, there we go. Gonna get a nice, good sear right there. If you guys go to my TikTok page, what I do is I download a replay of all of my lives, and I will be reposting on there just in case you missed anything, if you missed a live, or if you want a replay of how I made any of my dishes. Cowboy beans, yeah, I mean, in Alberta alone, that's a classic. You know what I mean? Okay, so to this,
This delivery has to happen while on camera. Bailey, it's pretty corny. It's corn.
it's like a corn t-shirt.
It's corn.
Careful. That. Boom. Okay, so then I just emptied out a little bit of that oil into a small container. Right, that's all I need is just a small. It forces the thickness of the skin on the top to create this nice barrier. So now I'm just going to add in just a touch of water. Okay. Just going to get that up to just a small simmer. Then I'm going to add in just a small hit of beef stock powder. And then a little bit of mushroom stock as well. Right, so this is just going to amplify just any of the umami flavor and beefiness in there. Okay. Then I'm going to pour over a bit of that barbecue sauce on top so that it does have a chance to melt into the sauce or into the liquid, and that'll be our braise, more or less. Yeah.
Apparently you're going to have to wear my other corn shirt on a live, even though it's cropped.
It's a cropped. Oh my god. Yo, my gut going to be mad out, bro. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just incorporate that. And then this gets shot right into the oven.
The cropped, it only comes to here.
God damn.
It's here.
I don't know about that, bro. Ain't nobody out wanting to fucking see my jelly rolls, you know what I mean? Yeah, Whittier mushrooms are fire. Except right now, they're actually going for a premium because it's not in the season yet for them. But regardless, if you can find them dry, oh my god, so much flavor. It's Is it bad to eat ramen before bed? Come on. Come on. No, it's not. Like, it depends on how much you've eaten in the day, but I mean, hey, if you're gonna eat, you're gonna eat, bro. It's all good. Your tummy hurts. Oh god. Ramen is so good, dude. 100%. Morels are in season. Oh yeah, dude. We used to do this kick-ass. It was a morel mushroom. Oh man, I can't remember. It was morel mushroom, creminis, like really like wood, like forest style creminis and oyster. On a nice bed of, it was like a vegetarian, so it was like a thin sliced asparagus sauteed in like a type of vegan butter with potato gnocchi. I thought that was a really great, nice vegetarian dish that we brought to the table. Anthony, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. All right, so I just killed the heat on my potatoes. I'm pretty sure, yep, they're just at the point before being completely fork tender. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off and drain them. Okay. Put you right there. Okay, and then then I'm just gonna have them held in some just cold water. So I got my lemon curd. It is now starting to completely thicken. Splash. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm gonna just give it a quick mix into my eggs. Right, so I'm just going to temper just a little bit of it in at a time, just so it doesn't like scramble the eggs immediately. Okay, but what this is also going to do is it acts as a your final thickener, so you're going to get a really dense what do you call it? You're gonna get a really nice, thick and dense lemon curd. Okay. Nice. So essentially, what you're basically doing here is making like lemon flavored, really lemony hollandaise. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so then you're left with this egg that's slightly cooked.
Sorry, I'm just demonstrating. It is just a magnet. It's not actually paper.
Yeah, it's not actually. It looks like paper. Montreal Canadians, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so then I'm just going to continue stirring this just to make sure that it's kind of dissipating the heat. And then I'm going to go ahead and whip this directly back into my curd. All right. Do. Go. Okay, and then just give it a quick whip right back in. Perfect. Beautiful. You hear a Canadian accent. I hope not like a Toronto type accent, because goddamn. Yes, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. Where are you from? Okay, so this is pretty much good to go. I'm just gonna just like leave that on the residual heat on the back, just because it is still warm, and I just do want to just help cook out any of the residual thickeners that are required. Okay. Boom. Okay, there we go. So now we're left with this really awesome, this guy right here. Like that.
Yeah, there.
Right, so now it's nice, it's thick. Oh, Rena from Montreal, right on, dude. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that just right there. White chocolate is now softening, which is gorgeous. So I'm just going to start just working on the small accoutrements for dinner. So for dinner, we're just going to do nice, just like a few of the split bok choys. I'm just going to go ahead and split those up. I'm also going to saute the potatoes with a bit of, just a little bit of like shredded cabbage. I have a red onion as well. I'm going to just toss in. And I was thinking about putting a little bit of just like some nice chilled avocado on the plate as well. Yeah, avocado. So I got one of these avocados. You know what I'm saying? These things are just obnoxious. So I want to use that up before it goes bad. Okay. Yeah, why not? I have a little bit of these like garlic olives, which I think I'm going to use up as well. Just a couple hits of those onto the plate. Then, while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and slice up just a little bit of green onion, just so I have my garnish ready. Rory, you know all about the green onion, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? ABC Design Backup, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. as is tradition. You know it. Okay, so again, it's nice to have a good amount of that green onion. Again, I'm just kind of just generally just using the greens, not the whites. The whites I'm actually going to save just for another recipe. Again, when I use the egg whites that I have reserved, when I do like something deep fried, I think. Do like a dredge, and I can just add that in as well. So I'm going to keep that on the side. Just like that. Cool.
What type of steel to use to chop?
What type of steel? Are you talking about the knife? I use primarily shun knives.
Do you do gluten-free recipes? From My Nose Will Follow You Home.
My nose will follow you home. Do you do gluten-free? Absolutely. A lot of my recipes can be adjusted for gluten-free palates as well. But I think overall, even this meal that I'm doing this evening can also be substituted, because again, this doesn't have any flour. It's just eggs. It's yolks. Oh, you ate that? Nice, dude. Yeah, and then even the pork belly that's in the oven, you can use a nice gluten-free barbecue sauce. And pretty much everything else is just seared. It's like seared potatoes, seared fresh veg, stuff like that. Am I a professional chef? Yes, I've been a professional cook and chef for a little over 25 years now. Chandra, hi, how are you? Have I worked in restaurants? Yes, for the past 25. I think in the last 21 years, I think I've opened opened 11 restaurants so far. 12 restaurants. Rena, you know you can cook. I mean, everybody is able to cook, right? It's all about, in my opinion, it's not about how many things you can cook. In all honesty, when it comes to like people that don't cook that often, it's about maybe having the top 5 things that you do very well. And that is what's important, because if you're able to do all those 5 things well for both yourself and people that come over, if you want to like make them something to eat, a snack, anything like that, even if you can only make a quesadilla, well, like, you know, I mean, do it at the best of the quality that you can, and that's really what matters.
What do you specialize in?
What do I specialize in? I think at this moment, I mostly do like Asian fusion related things. Because I love, again, when it comes to like Asian foods, it's just like a lot of other foods. It's very diverse, and it spans like a whole, you know, I mean, continents, right?
And My Nose is looking for gluten-free recipes,
Gluten-free alternatives, as well as if you wanted to do noodles, stuff like that. A lot of them are, you can do rice noodles or egg-based type noodles that are gluten-free. As well as there's like a wide range of, like, gluten-free has gone a long way since since like the 90s gluten-free, right? Because you don't have to eat in misery, is what I'm saying. Yeah, but my gnomes, look, whatever you're looking for, if you're looking for like a type of cuisine, or you have recipes in mind that you want to do, anything like that, yo, hit me with a DM. I'd be more than willing and able to help you, kind of help you design those recipes to be gluten-free alternative, okay? Life as grandparents. What's my favorite thing to cook? Again, to be honest with you, I love deep fried things, dude. Like, cause I like, one of my first jobs was like running a line where I was just deep frying French fries, making fish and chips, deep frying Mars bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just went out of our way to like deep fry as many weird things as humanly possible. Oh, you're gonna have ham potato soup tomorrow? Oh my God, yes. And A Cruz, what is good, dude? How are you? Great to see you, man. I hope you're having a really great Tuesday. Yo, and deep fried anything is awesome. Like, I honestly, I can't live without it. Yeah, I mean, the glyphosates, absolutely. But again, when it comes to gluten-free, a lot of people don't realize that it's not necessarily that they're gluten intolerant. A lot of the times, it also could be like further issues, right? Because when I was at the retirement home, and a lot of them said gluten-free, it was not just gluten necessarily, like the gluten particle, or like you're saying, the glyphosates. it was reactionary to things that involved what I call it, glutinous fibers, as well as a couple other things that are the bigger factors.
On that tangent, do you remember we used to know some people that had allergies that thought they needed to be gluten-free, but what it came down to was their system was so aggravated from having dairy, is what the thing they couldn't have, that it was presenting as
gluten intolerance. Absolutely. Because again, some people don't have the full spectrum of their, not yet, right? Because those things are learned over time, from what I can tell. Yeah, my gnomes, absolutely, man. Yeah, if you follow, just make sure you hit me in the DMs. I always try to get back to anybody that does hit me in the DMs with any of those types of issues, and I can try to direct you in like the right direction at least, right? If I don't have the answers, I will help you find those answers, okay? Hey, Cruz, yeah, dude, you been cooking shepherd's pie? Woof. Yo, that's going to be dank, bro. Made sweet Thai chili ramen. Ooh, man, yeah. Hell yeah. What I like is I had a sweet Thai chili. I had like a Thai chili based ramen that was more of like a dry ramen. Kaz, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it. And I really enjoy, what do you call it? I've been really enjoying like drier ramens. Like not like, it's like there's like soup and no soup type ramens. Where it's just like wet on the bottom and you can just keep stirring it and it just keeps like enhancing the flavor. Incredible. And Keemers, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. And Kaz, again, thank you so much for the roses, man. I really appreciate it. Up the fermentation foods. Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, when it comes to like gluten-free and stuff like that, one of my favorite things is Thai food, right? Because you can be vegan and like you can go completely gluten-free in that type of food structure, because a lot of that stuff, Rory, thanks so much for the follow. A lot of that stuff is both really healthy, but it's also really easy to actually do that kind of dieting. Rory, thanks so much for the popcorn, dude. I appreciate it. You're gonna have a Philly cheesesteak pizza for dinner? Damn. Have I made crab rangoon? Yeah, that's actually, yeah, for sure. It was one of my first lives. But I will probably try to do like a take on it. Absolutely, yes, rice flour is definitely. Because again, it's a different type of gluten, obviously. But what I really like is that, especially when it comes to rice flour, it has a lot of variability with other things. So you can do like your noodles. You can have the stuff back, right? But I love rice noodles, or I love rice-based things like that. You can have them hot or you can have them cold, and they maintain this great chew and this great elasticity. Oh, Laos food? Oh my God, yeah. Because again, Laos, same with like places like Burma and Cambodia and Thailand, they all share, They all share very similar types of foods. And I love that kind of stuff because again, if you're in like the, high flavor, low gluten, or you want to go vegan or anything like that, or like high vegetarian, it's a place for you, 100%. I would say the only exception is like if you have like nut allergies, like man, it might be a little tough in some spots. Right on, dude. Hey, my gnomes, right on, dude. Yeah, definitely, hit me up if you have any recipe ideas that you want adjusted. Because again, like I always say, just because you have ailments doesn't mean you can't eat correctly, right? You can't eat with love, and you can't eat the things that you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? There's always alternatives. Laos sausage, oh my God. Laos, just like when we were in Cambodia, like sometimes like Shannon would go and take a nap and I'd go for a walk just down like the, we went to like this not hostel. It was like this resort that was kind of weirdly down this alleyway. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just a very strange spot to be in, but a gorgeous place nonetheless. But just down the alleyway and around the corner was this guy that did these like curls, these coils of fucking Cambodian sausage. Like there tons of basil, it was like pork, basil, chicken, and all these like crazy kick-ass spices that were so like fragrant and like citrusy. Oh man, everything about it is amazing. Yeah, like I love anything like any of those in that area, those types of like Asian sausage type, especially when it's freshly grilled in front of you. My God. Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Right on. Yo, my gnomes, yo, hit me in the DMs. I do want to talk to you about it, and let's get you sorted out. Because I have a bunch of different types of cookbooks that would definitely have some options in there for you. But what I want to hear is the food that you love eating, primarily, and then let's figure that out for you. Okay? Because trust me, I get it. Like if one day I woke up and I couldn't have specific things, like if you woke me up tomorrow morning and said I couldn't have wings, I'd be pissed, like straight up. Or I just couldn't have pizza. I mean, man, I'd be like I'd be on my way to try to figure that out. You feel me? All right, so, yeah, dude, that pork belly's nice. We're looking at another about 15, 20 minutes max in there. Just to get that nice flavor in. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to pull it. I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to slice it thin. I'm going to add in a little bit more of that barbecue sauce. We're going to reduce that water. We're going to pull it. I'm going to let it rest. Going to reduce that water down with a bit of the sauce. I'm going to slice them thin and then put them back into the sauce. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kelly, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. You know, we trying out here for everybody. Because that's the point. If we can't support each other, what are we doing? Cauliflower crust is actually really good, and recently recipes have gotten way better. Like what was it? Like even bread. Like my Shannon actually has this amazing gluten-free bread recipe that comes out like it comes out like fluffy. Yeah, it's like a pumpkin loaf, but it comes out fluffy and gorgeous. And it's universally, you can use it universally. It's everything about it. The chew, the grain, even the way it rests and sits over a couple days, doesn't get all weird and hard and fucked. It's amazing. Buddy boy, yeah, dude, we're trying to. But again, we're eating good just because recently here, at least where we are in Calgary, pork is like taking like a dip in terms of price. So I'm taking that as an opportunity to at least experiment. Usually I can't afford pork belly. I'll be really real. Or like pork ribs. We usually don't go out of our way to get them, but they've been cheaper than beef and chicken. So I'm just taking the opportunity right now to at least indulge in that. And plus also get some of that shit into my freezer. Please share the gluten-free bread recipe. Absolutely. We will have to go look for it because it is one in a cookbook of ours that we then adjusted for a friend of ours who was like gluten-free and something else, right?
The pumpkin one I think I found online, but like we've done other ones out of...
Yo, a good pulled pork? Absolutely, bro. Yeah, if you, because look, you make pork belly pulled pork, right? Because I did a pulled pork once that was like so decadent. It was a rack of ribs, pork belly, slow roasted 12 hours, like slow braised 12 hours, right? Take the liquid, reduce it down till it's a syrup, and it was fire.
This cookbook, that's the banana.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, then we adjusted it. So it is this cookbook right here, right? And it's a version of this recipe. Right, but I'll take a picture of it for whoever wants it, and I will send it out to you, okay? Because again, a lot of the stuff that's in these books recently are fire. Like they're incredibly, incredibly good.
They require a few different ingredients to make them work.
Yeah.
But once you have it stocked, it's good.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like she said, if you didn't hear that, it does require a specific amount of ingredients, but once you have them, you'll have them for a while for several batches. And that is with the whey and wild rice flour. How'd that turn out? Like they must be like also fragrance wise, flavor wise, it must have been really, really nice. As well as texturally amazing. Because again, rice flour, especially when you're going to make like a type of bread, you can't complain, right? Especially if you're going to do like a pizza bread or a type of like risen bread, amazing. Bailey, yeah, I know. That's, yo, I say the same thing with like things like heavy cream and cheese. Because I know for a fact that I think I have like lactose intolerance. But, I mean, damn, like I love butter, dude. I love cream. And I love ice cream. So like, fucking, you know what I mean? You crave tonkatsu. Oh, yeah. But you know what, though? You can still find I think nowadays gluten-free ramen or gluten-free breadcrumbs and all that stuff do exist. As well as there is gluten-free soy sauces, and you can find all gluten-free alternatives of things like this that do have soy sauce in it. But remember, if you're going to go gluten-free, remember also not only soy sauce has gluten, but things like white vinegar and apple cider vinegar, those do contain gluten because of the fermentation process in most vinegars. Yeah, the double, that's what I thought, see? But that's awesome. It was a very tasty and light and fluffy. Yeah, dude, right on. Being yo, Lynn, you know what that is. You know all about that. Yo, but I will eat that fucking brick of butter. I'm not even joking. I'll wrap that thing in bacon. I'm gonna snack on it.
He's not joking. He'll eat it.
Oh, I will eat it, bro. Like, oh my God, yeah. Yes, President's Choice does have gluten-free breadcrumbs, as well as there's like the main brands that do have that do panko breadcrumbs. They also have gluten-free alternatives as well. Grandma M, hello, how are ya? Wonder what extra gluten is like. It's gluteny. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn delicious. Yo, I know. Yo, Kelly, man, butter. As a French chef, as somebody that's done French cooking, I literally like, yeah, it's butter and duck fat is like my thing, dude. Especially when you mix when you melt duck fat, not butt fat. If you melt duck fat and then like whip it with butter, like salted butter, damn. Yo, my ESL's popping out again. Yo, I'ma eat that butter from the back. Like it's groceries, baby. Butter, yeah, man. Yo, and if you guys are into butter though, French butter. Is there gluten-free phyllo? To be honest with you, I've never looked. I know though that there is some companies that will do there's a gluten-free pie crust, like a frozen ready-made pie crust, as well as there's a gluten-free type of puff pastry, like what I use for like my like when I made the Jamaican patty type pie, like a thing like that. I do know that those exist, but they do come at a cost. So it would be actually a better investment to actually look up and see if there's a good recipe to buy, like when you buy all the ingredients, and you can continually keep making that recipe, or like a general recipe. Omar Cahill, I'm not cute, you're cute, man. Come on now. Yeah, but again, when it comes to gluten-free doughs and recipes like that, I highly recommend. It's also a really great investment to just get the ingredients so you have them on deck, so you're not trapped having to look for specific like types of bread that you're really interested in. Oh, as well as like, you know what's gluten-free, but not, I mean, you can also do dairy-free. Macarons. Learn a good macaron recipe. Me and Shannon spent months like figuring out the best recipe to do a good macaron, and it turned out perfect. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see pictures of it. We got the perfect rise. The bloom was correct, and we figured out how to do it correctly.
Cashmere says rice wraps for phyllo pastries.
Oh, rice wrap. Hey, no, see that? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to substitute, absolutely. And it fries up correctly. It has that gorgeous crisp to it. You know what I'm saying? How do you make homemade milk? You gotta have like one of those, what do you call them? One of them juicing animals.
Juicing animals?
That's it, a cow.
They
That's
said without a cow. I said get a goat.
Oh yeah, or get a goat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I only drink the best of the Cambodian breast milks. Without cows. Yeah, you can do goats. You can also, there's a couple other ones too. You can also do buffalo. You gotta make sure you pasteurize that shit though. Rice wraps, great.
If you're feeling so inclined, you could probably milk a dog.
Ew, damn, you will milk a dog? With them little ass nips?
I wouldn't personally, but like...
I mean, yo, hey, and Jeff in a Box demi-glace shots. Let me tell you about demi-glace shots. So I had a homie that worked at this place in Montreal called Pork+belly+hash+and+meringue, all right? And they used to take, they used to make this like demi-glace that was ultra reduced. At the end of the night, they would leave it in a pan in the fridge. So it would become like this gorgeous gelatin, okay? Then they cut squares out of it, right? They dredge it and double panko it so that their next service, they would serve it as an aperitif or an appetizer, a small little bite, what do you call it? Like it's just a small bite, but then you would deep fry that shit. So they're like demi-glace gushers, bro, right? They also like in their demi-glace they had like duck fat and like what do you call it? Duck liver and stuff like that, right? Then you eat that shit with a little bit of like creme fraiche and like this time, boom, it was fire, and it's just straight like boom, gravy, like the best goddamn gravy of all time. Yo, my gnomes, it's always going to take a little while for adjustment because you're also going to have to find the things that you really attach yourself to in terms of the products that you purchase, right? That's super important. Yeah, you know Pork+belly+hash+and+meringue. Like, cause, my homie was there like during the early days, and they used to do the dankest stuff with with demi-glace. You know what I mean? Because that's mad French. Off to eat your chicken and rice. Oh yeah, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Yo, my gnomes though, one of the best advices that I can give you in terms of going gluten-free is that every time you go out to get groceries, always make sure you're picking up 1 or 2 items that, like again, condiments, your spices, just like your spices, you pick up a few at a time always, and you'll always start building up this nice repertoire of gluten-free items that then you just never think about, that you don't have to think about using, you know what I'm saying? That makes your transition over that much easier. Yo, I know Doritos are hella gluten-free. Same with Miss Vicky's, I believe, is also gluten-free. And Old Dutch stuff is like gluten-free. Is it Old Dutch or is it Hostess? Can't remember. But I'm pretty sure one of them is. Beth, how you doing? Good to see ya. Frozen vegetables, kept it simple. Wash the sauces. Yeah. Yeah, but remember, you can do a lot with soy sauce, right? Take your soy sauce, add in some nice chili crunch, which is just an oil-based chili oil. Or sorry, of course it's an oil-based chili oil. What am I saying? It's just like oil, chilies, garlic, allowed to crisp up. Boom. Add that in with your soy sauce. Add your green onions into it. Add a splash of honey. You know what I'm saying? All those things are amazing. Just make it a quick emulsion, and it's all about what amplifies what you're eating. That's really where it's at. As well as I believe is look up, if you like chicken and rice, look up Hainanese chicken rice. Okay, that can also be made gluten-free, and it's insane flavors. Definitely, yeah. Sea salt and malt vinegar. Damn. Just savory on savory, bro. You know how it is. Yo, when you deep fry rice wraps, also the crisp on it is crazy. So good. But if you want to take it that extra step further, I also recommend making a really thin slurry of potato starch or cornstarch, right? With a little bit of spices like Asian 5-spice, right? Roll up your rice wraps and then just re-dredge it in a light coating of that dredge, and then into the fryer. You get this really kick-ass tempura style kind of a crunch and coating on it to help amplify not just the crispiness of the rice wrap itself. Yeah, because they both fry at the same time as well, which is a game changer, right? Because when I found out you can do rice wraps, man, it was over. I had to do it. Had to do it. Okay, where are we at on the pork? Gorgeous.
Nobody likes you. It just looks weird on my screen.
Huh?
Oh, that's accurate.
Okay, so now I got the pork. Yep. I'm gonna let this beast rest. Sides are looking good. Okay, so when it comes to your pork, just go ahead.
Bailey just wants you to repeat your dredge idea of your stuff.
Okay, so for the dredge, if you're gonna do the rice wrapper roll, it's just potato starch or cornstarch or both, whatever. You're going to add just a little bit of water. You're going to just make a really thin slurry, like the same kind of slurry that you would add to like a sauce, like, or to like a what do you call it? Like you would to like any type of broth or bouillon, right? If you're going to thicken it, just you want to have a really thin, ultra thin kind of slurry. Then you're going to roll your already rolled rice wrap, whatever, like spring rolls or whatever, boom, into that, just so you get this nice coating, and then deep fry that. What that's going to do is it just gets this nice extra thin layer of crispiness on the outside. That's just amazing for savory. Then you just add salt on top of that. You freeze the potato water. Nice. Yeah, we used to do that as well, because we used to do a lot of grated potatoes for, what do you call it, for hash browns. And that's a really great way to actually encourage, because a lot of the drainage is just pure potato starch. Yeah, definitely. But remember, it is still a water base into oil, so be very careful, right? Make sure that you just like tap off the excess, boom, and then you can throw that in as is, right? You only need a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. What am I making? Tonight we are having it's a pork belly hash. So it's just, I'm going to do fried potatoes, a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of red onions, and then on the side it's going to be just some quartered bok choy that's going to be seared. In the back here, I have the pork belly. It's just resting right now. I just put a little bit of the sweet and sticky chicken and rib barbecue sauce in it after I gave it a quick sear, just to kind of seal off the top. That's now resting. I'm going to slice them thin. I'm gonna leave them in there just to rest for a couple seconds. I'm gonna pull them off right onto the cutting board to let rest further. I'm gonna take this the broth and whatever that's in there and reduce that thing down. I'm gonna reduce that thing down, add a little bit more of this. I'm gonna slice these thin, leave them in that sauce so they can just go ahead, finish braising. Yeah, then I'm gonna serve them on top of the hash browns the potatoes and the vegetables. Finish with a little bit of green onions. Laughing. Separates and then dehydrates. Nice. Hey, notes, I appreciate you, man. I try to be. You should be a chef. I was a chef previously in my previous life, yeah. So hem for a plate. Yo, come on over. FM, man. Doors open. We got a plate for you, baby. And am I cooking? Yes, I am. I'm just kind of just waiting for this to kind of rest. I'm going to kill my heat on the oven. And then I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and start up searing the potatoes. We're pretty much at the end here. We got pretty much everything done. So I'm just in the process of doing the finishing touches at this moment. You're having filet mignon. Hey! All out. Right on. Got the 4-year-old trying it. Oh, nice. How you having it? Potato and pasta water. That's a really good way to use up some of your pasta water, for sure. For real. Your husband is Gordon Ramsay when it comes to steak? Right on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's one of those things, like when people get good at something, they do it well. It's something that they continually keep doing. That's worth its weight in gold, 100%. You know what I mean? Fried it in butter in a pan. Gorgeous. And then you probably just basted it, a little bit of rosemary, a bit of garlic. That's a classic way to do it. Because again, with filet mignon, you would never grill it necessarily. You would always pan sear it and then baste it until it's the doneness that you really prefer. Because again, like when we were in French restaurants, that was one of our things: brown butter, clarified brown butter, right? A little bit of thyme or rosemary, right? A little bit of garlic whole, and then you're just basting. It's goddamn delicious. Yeah, you don't go out for steak. Exactly. Yes. When you can do your own steaks at home correctly, that's really where it's at. You're eating chicken. Right on, dude. Hey, you know what I mean? As long as you're eating good, eating nice, and you're enjoying it, that's really where it's at, dude. You can't really complain with that. In a cast iron with rosemary and butter. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I love putting just crushed whole garlic into the pan as well. And as you're basting, it's just releasing all those nice essential oils and flavorings into the butter. Yeah. Yeah, man. If you're in Calgary, I'm going to try to set up a meet and greet this summer so we can have a potluck, you know what I mean? No, I don't cook every night. I cook every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. roughly around the same times, except for Sunday I come on about an hour earlier, so I'm on at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Tuesdays and Thursdays I come on at 5 p.m. Oh, Beth. Oh, that Beth. Yes. My bad. My God, pupcakes.
Beth, I had to show them that you're pupcakes.
Okay, so anybody that's on here, Beth is the owner of a really awesome cake brand called Pupcakes. It's cupcakes and cakes specifically for puppies. If you go on and look her up, amazing work. Right? Super cute, awesome designs. And if you love your dog and it's their birthday or it's a special occasion, by all means, give her a check out. Oh, and what is my favorite food? Honestly, hey, thanks so much for the heart, me, Alicia. Great to see you. What is my favorite food? Again, it's just a lot. To be honest with you, bro, it's deep fried things. I love pub foods, man. But at the same time, I do love really rich foods. Things like pastas, gnocchis, risottos. But I think, actually, to be honest with you, my favorite foods is anything Asian. Really, in all honesty, I can go out for Asian type of food anywhere. Noodles, North American Chinese food, actual like Chinese food. I love Malaysian food. I love Cambodian food, Laos food, Filipino food, Thai food is some of my favorite things in the world. You know how it is. Chicken is great with butter, rosemary, and thyme. Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? The only issue I have with that is that like every restaurant has that. Like it's always like a supreme bone-in of chicken breast, and then it's like seared, skin side down, thyme or rosemary, brown butter, a little bit of garlic, flipped, thrown it and finished in the oven, etc., etc. Usually served with like a white sauce of sorts or like a brown type of cognac sauce or something like that. Hey, Beth, you have a great night too, man. I appreciate you for being here. Any high-protein meal to make with ramen noodles or anything cheap too? High protein. So you're looking for high protein? In all honesty, like you could do a ramen, but with like extra like edamame beans or anything that is like a higher protein output product, and add that in with your ramen. So like what I like to do with my ramen is like char siu, and then I'll also do miso ground beef if I wanted to maintain like a higher protein in, as well as if I can. And if I can, I will also add in other type of like ingredients that just kind of enhance flavor to go with the high protein value of like, so again, edamame beans or peanuts if you're going to do a colder salad, anything like that. Your favorite food is food? So tasty. Yes, 100%, 100%. Yeah, but if you're going to do ramen, like, yo, hey, honestly, go lower on the noodles, go higher on the meat output in the bowl. Laughing. Whoa, Leisha, thank you so much for the roses. My goodness. I appreciate that. Yo, I know, Bailey, right? They're so good. They're so good. We're going to be starting on, what do you call it? Like doing commercials and stuff like that for social media and trying to get her coverage out there to, I guess, to the rest of the province and like across Canada as much as humanly possible. Because again, it's I think it's a product that we totally believe in, as well as like the quality is there, the commitment in terms of the quality is there. It's an amazing product overall. So yeah, that's why we 100% believe in it. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much. Right on. Yeah, if you guys can follow her page by all means. You know what I'm saying? Pupcakes is just one of those things that you don't find too often, but when you find it, it's an amazing product. Amazing product, amazing creator. You know how it is. Okay, so I got these resting right now. What I'm going to do is actually on the front burner. Just going to go ahead and pull off my pork. Right, I'm just going to let that rest on the board as is. Right? And on this burner, I'm just going to go ahead, bring that up to a heat, get this simmering down. I'm going to add in just a little bit extra barbecue sauce to it, just so it thickens a little bit quicker, has a little bit of that extra flavor. But it has like the pork fat in it, which is gorgeous, right? So what we want to do is we want to enhance that specifically.
Whale Boy has a question for you.
Whale Boy! use extra birria broth. Yo, hey, honestly, man, make a soup. Right? Like make like a street corn birria type of broth soup, right? And you can have it in like a small cup. You can be sipping on that thing. Or if you have extra birria, like just straight up, like it's, I would use that thing for dipping. You can also thicken it, a bit of cornstarch or a roux or anything like that. Oh man, actually, you know what? If you have birria broth, yo, cook potatoes in it. Make a mashed potato with it. Right? Again, you're gonna add cilantro, green onions. You can finish it, like do a birria mashed potato, but do it, but then garnish it as like a loaded potato. It was so dank. Pavlova soaked in Bailey's, topped with berries and coconut whipped cream. Yeah, dude, fire. Yeah, I don't work with Pavlova as much as I used to, but like I have like a version of like a meringue here. So Pavlova, I think the only thing I would have with that is as long as you cook the Pavlova correctly and it's solid, soaking it in Bailey's won't break it down too quickly. But as it does break down, you will get a really great outcome. Yeah, I think the only thing I would also do is do like a marinated berries to go with your coconut whipped cream. Yeah. Actually, if anything, I'd probably infuse the berries with a little bit of like another type of alcohol, like a white type of Asian type of alcohol, as well as use like Thai basil infused with it. And Whale Boy, how are you, man? It's great to see you, man. Hope you're having a really great Tuesday. Do the Mr. 10-pack abs diet. Man, I'm only 5'9", 10-pack. That's like till like my chin. Do the Mr. 10-pack. I don't even know what that is. Sounds fun. Sounds rigorous.
Sounds like you're gonna be sweating a lot.
Yeah, sounds like because I sweat already. So like, you know, damn. Just went for tacos with a friend. Sleep schedule was a lot better. That's good, man. That's great to hear. Right? You getting your rest? That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a pan. All right. So in this pan, I'm just going to go ahead and just get it up to like a little, like a number 6, like a little over medium heat. Right? Add in just enough oil so that I can start searing my drained potatoes. All right. Hey, Brandon, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, and Whale Boy, yes, we've been having a really great, the weather's turning out really, really good. Our little lady had a whole bunch of play dates and stuff this weekend, so can't complain. It's actually really, really nice. Berries and orange contour. Ooh, yeah, that's fucking delicious, bro. God damn. Yeah, because we used to do a berries way back in the day. We used to do a berries in a citrus sugar that we would just macerate the berries in. Amazing. And then we would just add cointreau to it. Yeah, canola oil isn't really that great for us. I mean, I will admit that. But right now, avocado and coconut oil is almost like, say, 2.5 times the price of canola oil. So remember what we're trying to do here is trying to make sure that the recipes that I put out are still economical, sustainable, and cost-effective for like most people. I mean, but I would recommend using avocado oil if you can. Again, because coconut oil and same with avocado, they have like a good amount of different uses, right? The only other issue I have with it is that they have such a low smoke point. Does Beth deliver to Ontario? We will slowly try to, me and Matt from Taps, same with Beth, that is essentially our goal, is to try to get her product throughout our province in Alberta and then slowly try to extend it all the way through Canada. That is the dream. And Xavier123, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Okay. So I got this on this guy right here. Slowly reducing. How's the flavor? Yep. Ooh. Yeah, dude. That's porky. God damn. Perfect entertainment for the bus home. Right on, dude. Boom. Yeah, dude. That is flavor. Yeah, it's nice. It's savory. Has a good amount of sweetness to it already. So what I think after it reduces down further, it'll just take on a lot of extra. So what I will do though is I'm just going to add just a touch extra sweetness to it. Just a tablespoon of sugar. Right? Always helps it go down. Give that a swirl. Okay. This will be almost ready to go. So what I'm going to do here with my hash, essentially, is that I'm going to go with like roughly just a cheek's worth of onion. All right, because I don't want to use a crazy amount. Okay, just gonna move that guy right there. Then I'm just gonna do bok choy. I'm just gonna go ahead and split into quarters. Again, it's just mostly just to kind of use up this product before it goes bad. Right? But it's nice to have good seared quarters. These will cook up really, really quickly as well. And Enzo, the legend. How you doing, bud? I hope you're having a really great Tuesday. And suggestions I make with rotisserie chicken, honestly, sky's the limit, right? Like you could, one of the things that I really enjoy, like when I go get a rotisserie chicken, is one of the things that we really love in our house is we go buy the rotisserie chicken, because again, if you go to like some grocery store or a superstore or whatever, whole rotisserie chicken is like $10, right? So one of the best things that I love to do with it personally is you go get the chicken, go get yourself a wheel of cheese, like a brie or a nice goat's cheese. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, all those cheeses should be gluten-free, and then go get yourself some nice gluten-free crackers and a nice jam. So that would be your one meal. Then once you're done eating that, go ahead and go ahead, break down your chicken. So then you can have like salads. You can have all sorts of flavorful cold or warm noodles. So you have that on deck. So you already have chopped roasted chicken to go with that. And it comes down to just doing flavorful gluten-free sauces, right? And then keep the bones, like break down all the chicken, keep the bones, roast them in the oven, a little bit of tomato paste, a little bit of your onions, like leftover onions, a little bit of garlic. You make a mirepoix, so carrots, celery, onions, right? Roast that in the pan. Get it nice and dark. You're gonna put that into a pot full of water, right? Make a broth, so then you have a gluten-free broth with all those parts. Kool-Aid entered the chat. What's good, man? Yeah, and then pretty much you have all the components. So then you take that broth, you can turn that into, if you go get yourself some gluten-free miso with your gluten-free soy sauce, you can also make a nice gluten-free ramen. Because I'm pretty sure instead of using ramen noodles, you can find an alternative with, say, glass noodles, like the Korean or Japanese glass noodles. You could also just use a type of egg noodle, like gluten-free pasta, if you know what I'm saying. Like use like a gluten-free spaghetti. It can kind of be very similar. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The pasta and rice gets cooked. Yes, 100%. You get so much flavor. You know what I'm saying? And that is, again, it's all about just trying to create the best experiences with what you can. You know what I'm saying? You got some rice noodles? Yeah, dude. Maybe make some soup, but you can also reserve some of your rice noodles. Make a nice, gorgeous cold salad with like something like sesame, like a sesame dressing that is also can be gluten free. Yo, use them for chicken wraps. Yeah. How old am I? I am 38. Make a tom yum from scratch. Didn't want to go out. Hey, right on, dude. Yeah, kefir. If you can find kefir, lime leaves at the local spot, it's good. But usually, most people just get the zest. Yeah. Yeah, I use a mixture of. I have like what do you call it? The tom yum paste that we get from Thailand. I find that also really works, and then you just kind of just building on top of that, right? And Braden, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, dude. 38 years young, yeah, with my sore ass back, crackling ass knees and shit. You know what it is. One second, gotta just rinse this real quick. Am I Filipino? Yes, sir. I am the Filipino flavor. You thought I was 30? Damn, I wish. Those were good days. Closest place was Amaranth. Oh my goodness. And having to use dried galangal root. Yeah. Do I cook fish? Absolutely I do. Hoy, sir. Hoy, goddamn shit. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let these guys sear off. All right, and then after, I'm just gonna go ahead and add on my red onions. Just give that a quick toss. And I'm gonna push everything to the side, so I can just get my bok choy just in the side of the pan, just lightly searing. Where am I located? In Calgary, Alberta, sir. You did it. Yeah. Okay, and while that's searing, I'm going to add my usual, which is Montreal steak spice. Right, because again, if anyone knows me, I'm addicted to like Montreal spice with potatoes. It's the best kind of like seared potato for breakfast. As is tradition. You know what it is. Let's not pretend. Man, thanks also for hitting all those likes, guys. I really appreciate it, man. We're like up there. Right on. Okay, so now that those are coated, I'm just gonna let that thing do what it's gonna do. On the back burner, I have this nice bubbly sauce reducing. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and just cut the skin right off. Right, and just reserve that, because I am going to take that what's left over of that skin and render it down, so I get a good amount of that extra bit of pork fat. But see, again, when you sear the fat, you can really see how much it retained a lot of that essential fat and oil, right? Nice and juicy. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these thin. While keeping them together. Right, so I think I'm just gonna cut up this one loin and I'm gonna save the other loin, because I'm probably gonna actually do sandwiches or something, or do like a bao of some sort with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fan them down, right? And back into the sauce. Okay, just like that. Okay, so as that's just kind of staying on a nice simmer, what I'm now going to do is just give it a quick baste so that they become fully glazed. Okay. And we'll leave that as is for now. All right. Is the best oil. You're damn right. I also love it for like things like making like Asian style dressings. Because again, in like Chinese or like actually I know it mostly from Chinese, but also like Thai as well as Vietnamese culture. What they like to do is they'll take some of the rendering, like the chicken fat and all that good stuff, and they'll mix it. Sorry, they'll heat it up, throw it into a container full of ginger, garlic, galangal, a bunch of other spices, right? And basil, and they're going to just put it in, boom, it's going to fry, it's going to flavor that oil. They're going to add in just a little bit of like ketchup mayonnaise, which is like a sweet soy sauce. Caitlin, thanks so much for the tiny diny. I appreciate it. And all that good stuff. And then they finish like their rices with it, right? Or they finish it on top of like just normal braised chicken. It's gorgeous. The chewiness of the meal, yo, Jenna, give it a try, man. Because the chewiness oftentimes just comes with the level of cooking or the length of cooking. In this case, it's chewy, but it's also break apart soft. So imagine like ribs or like really soft cooked bacon. You know what I'm saying? But of course, if it does like freak you out immensely, then yeah, you know, ease in real slow. You know what I mean? Yeah, boost flavor. I love it. And Purple J, man, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the community. You're going to love it here. Okay, so now I got all my potatoes. They're starting to get a nice, good sear to them. All that good stuff. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just increase the heat just a touch. Just because I'm not getting like the color, or sorry, the sear that I want off of it. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to hit the pan now with, I'm going to say a healthy 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of butter. Why not? Yo, I know. See, Gashner, that's what I'm talking about. You save the bacon grease. Because again, we used to save a lot of our like duck renderings, bacon fat, stuff like that. And it's really great to help, like when you put it into a jar and add your spices into it, like your cloves, your star anise, and make like seasoned oils. It's amazing for frying, especially for things like eggs. Or you take your bacon fat or your duck renderings or your pork renderings, right? And you make a nice chili oil out of that. It's incredible. And Naya, how are you? Hope you're having a really great Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining. Am I putting the meat in the potatoes? No, I'm going to be serving them on the side, as you would. Because again, in our house, or the way at least I like to cook, is an 80-20 kind of mix. So it's like 80% vegetables and carbohydrate, pretty much on the plate. But it's more going to be like a lot of more vegetables, ideally with like maybe like a 30% carbohydrate, and then a little bit of protein to help really bring that out. Maggie, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. All right, so we got that little bit of butter in there. Gorgeous. Boom. There we go. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to go ahead and take it and throw it into a bowl. Not one of those bowls, because it's massive. All right. Gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave this in the bowl for now. Okay, in the same pan. Leave that right there. In the same pan, I'm just going to go ahead again and hit with a bit of butter, like another tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons. All right, onions in. Okay, just a little bit of shredded cabbage in as well.
Here's a question as to what this is.
Oh,
Jenna, it's a mango milk bread. The other
Japanese
day
mango.
he used it for an ice cream sandwich. But like, other than that, we're just eating it with toast and whatever we want.
yeah. Honestly, this stuff toasted with a bit of cream cheese is fire. It's just an amazing, amazing bread because it doesn't. It's not sweet with mango. It's flavored with mango, so it has like all the essences of just like a regular like mango rind or any of that awesome fragrance. Mango milk bread, we got it from T&T, but you can also go to any Chinese bakery and they'll have it. Yeah, I turned it into a literal ice cream sandwich. Hey, Caitlin, thanks so much again for the tiny diny, dude. I love those things, so cute. Ice cream in a bun, yes, and that's kind of where I was getting it from, because to me it was kind of a mixture of those fruit sandwiches, like those Japanese fruit sandwiches using the milk bread, but it's like a chantilly cream with like these gorgeous, very ripe like melons and strawberries in between. But instead, in the Philippines, we do ice cream, literal ice cream inside of a sweetbread. So it's kind of the best of the both worlds with that. You know what I mean? Have I ever made it myself? No, I haven't. Again, I don't do bread very well. I kind of suck at it, so I just leave it to a person that can do it well because I always guarantee that's a great product. It is incredibly fire, dude. It's really good. And the texture is perfect. It's unctuous. And I can't wait because even if I don't finish it all, I can then turn it into croutons or something like that I can turn into then like a bread pudding. So it just has a multiple of uses even after it's met its prime. You know what I mean? Ice cream and buns? Yeah, dude. Yep. Okay, so I have my onions are nicely just starting to caramelize. Go ahead and push those to the side. Okay. So then with your cabbage mix, I'm just going to go ahead and just leave it to the side just like here. Right? Then I'm going to take my pieces of bok choy, just one side down. You don't have to like spend all that time actually like trying to get both sides charred. Because you will essentially just be cooking the root, right? Which is the important part. All right, so I'm just going to leave those in there. Like that. While that's searing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut a little bit of this of avocado and see if it's still good. If it's not, then I'm not going to use it. Oh yeah, trash. Dead. So that will go into compost, which is fine. Right? In the meantime, I'm actually going to go ahead and just slice up a couple of these olives. Okay, so these are just basically like just garlic stuffed olives that Shannon's like super addicted to. It looked mad abused, bro. Like, it was bad. But then again, like, we had a few. There's one that I just didn't use, but it's always good again. Look through your fridge, you know, see if you can use it up. If you can, you can. You can't, hey, we laughing. All right, so then I have that almost done. I'm going to give it a quick turn. Say again? I just won $1 million. What? I wish. My goodness. But again, Mr. Beast, it's good to see you. I remember you were on not too long ago, if I'm mistaken. Okay, so now we're starting to get a good char on this bok choy bowl. Like that, and like that. Bam. All right. I'm gonna go ahead, kill the heat, and we are good. Yo, I know, I love Mr. Beast because like his challenges look fucking crazy. They look just insane. But I mean, if you got that milli, I would love a milli. That's life changing. Yo, addicted to garlic stuffed pickles too. Yeah, pickled olives. I know, they're so good. Right? Okay, so now I have nice, easy onions, a little bit of charred cabbage right there. So again, we're just charring it up to get some of that nice, smoky, roasted flavor. Not necessarily smoky as is, but you're getting this really good color on the bok choy. That's what you're looking for, because you still want to maintain a bunch of that crunch, okay? Bam. All right. So now we're at the end where we can start going ahead and plating. All right. Let's move this other loin. Boom. And let's get into it. Okay. Yo, asparagus is fire. I love grilled asparagus with like salt, pepper. That's it. Like, it's so good. You used to grow bok choy? That's awesome. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and plate up. So, when it comes to the plating, again, you can do it however you like. Right. When it comes to plating as well, I always like to try to like mess with threes, right? Just because that also seems a little bit nicer in terms of execution for me. What, Rory? What happened? Angela, man, by all means, if you're in Calgary, doors open. We'll have a plate for you, dude. No worries. Nice. You're a building got approved for garden plots? That's awesome. Oh my God, yeah. One of the things I always recommend for any garden, make sure you have soft herbs, chives, basil. You know what I'm saying? Those things are just the things that bring your food to life. Green onions. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Angela, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, you're in Toronto. Oh, no. Okay, so then we're going to hit with just a little bit of that. I think so, too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. A little bit of that cabbage. All right, boom. Right, leave it where it lies. I'm going to go ahead from the middle. Oh, yes. Ha ha. Okay, just like that. Right, and the awesome part is, again, since this barbecue sauce and stock has been allowed to reduce, we've got a nice, we've got a nice even gravy, right? Nothing too thick, but it's good for coating, has a good amount of that pork fat, so you get a good flavor profile coming off of it, right? Okay. As usual, just a little bit of greens. All right. There we have roasted pork belly. Nice barbecue sauce flavor, very smoky, sweet, succulent, right? Right, a little bit of nice seared bok choy, cabbage, red onions, nothing too crazy, and then you have your Montreal seared potatoes underneath. Right? Found some cheap flights. Toronto to Calgary. Right on, dude. Yo, 800. Yo, and even, is the train even like an option? That's crazy.
Yeah, there is a cross Canada train.
McHugh and Beverly, hey, thank you so much. Good evening to you as well. Absolutely, Maggie. Yes, I will actually be coming out with a. Revitalizing my previous podcast, the a la carte Blanche podcast, just because it was more of a trial version when we were running it, but I think I have a more firm idea of how I want to do it this time around. So keep you guys eyes peeled for that on one of my YouTube channels. Where's the restaurant in Calgary? I don't work at a restaurant. I'm a stay-at-home dad right now. I used to work at several of the more higher-end restaurants in the city. Toronto, Vancouver. Whoa. Yeah, my house. But if you guys will excuse me 1 second, my wife, of course, has been waiting, so I want to make sure that she gets her food in her hands. Okay, I'm just going to just send that to her right now. And, oh, do you know what I also forgot? God damn. So, it is on the savory side, so what I will add is a couple hits of the garlic olives. Right, so this will add those nice little small punches of sodium. You don't really necessarily need it, but it's really nice to have, what do you call it, when you want to break up the dish a little bit, right? Okay, just like that. Right, not too many. You don't want to cover the actual plate with it, but you do want to have little small hits of it as you go, right? So if you don't mind, I'll be right back, and we'll start on dessert. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do a little BB-sized portion as well. Nice and succulent. Nice. I'll try bok choy on there. Gorgeous. Bubba, I have your food for you. Okay. Here we go. Try this. Some potatoes, some pork, nice little bit of bok choy. Tasty. You want what?
Drink.
What do you want for drink? You want Gatorade? Okay, well then let me know when you figure it out, okay? All right, so for dessert, I'm gonna do it on a small. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, and so am I Filipino? Yes, I am Filipino flavored. After the smoke sesh, right on. Costco frozen pizza, ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Oh, I know what you want.
Yep. Okay, so
That's the last one.
It is the last one, yep. Hold
what
on.
I'm going to do here is, since I have a squeeze bottle available, I'm going to go ahead and put some of the
Oh, wow.
lemon curd.
Before I pass this off to the tiny person.
Is it crazy? Whoa! I think that's the better of the flavors, if anything. Okay, so Took out some candied salmon. Ooh, yeah. You know that's good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so check this out. I got this already pre-made meringue, right, that I already had on deck. So what I'm going to do with it, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is just going to give it a small break, right? And then just leave it where it lies, right? So then, the idea, again, for like a more deconstructed meringue is the essential components of it are your curd, your meringue, which is the egg whites, and then your crust, right? So since I didn't really want to do, what do you call it, like pie crust like that, what I was thinking is I'll probably just use, I have this nice soft white chocolate macadamia cookie that we've had for a little bit. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to just lightly color the meringue as you would. Right, as you would for. There we go. Okay, so then we got your meringue down, and then I'm just going to just break off a couple nice good chunks of this soft white macadamia nut cookie on top of it, right? Yeah, Lovey, you have a good rest of your night. If you are peacing out, I appreciate you for being here. And Trista, thank you so much for the follow. Liver, bacon, and onions. Damn, I haven't had to make that in a long time. It's been at least maybe 8 months. Yo, 40K. God damn. Right on, guys. Thank you so much for that. And Angela and Rubio, thank you so much for the follow as well. Appreciate you guys for being here. Okay, so we got our lightly charred meringue right on the plate. So then all we're going to do now is I'm going to finish with some good hits of the lemon. Right, because this at least helps the pieces kind of stick and stay. Then I'm going to finish with just a small hit of the white chocolate ganache that I have left over. Right, and this will help it just bring out a little bit of that extra white chocolate flavor.
What's your YouTube channel, and do you like Metallica?
If you want my YouTube channel stuff, just go ahead to my page. Hit my link tree. It'll have all my, what do you call it? It'll have all of my YouTube links in there. And do I like Metallica? I'm not a big Metallica fan, as much as I am more into, like Slayer. Or, I mean, technically I was into those bands for a little while. It's just that, like, with, like, how do I say it? I kind of started getting more into, like, hardcore. Like 90s and 2000 hardcore. You would inhale that cooking. Yeah, it's easy to do. All right, so very simply, guys, right? That is a deconstructed lemon meringue, essentially, right? So you have your meringue pieces that have been nicely charred. Instead of using regular pie crust, I just used a white chocolate and macadamia soft cookie. It's garnished with a bit of that nice lemon curd, right, on the plate. A little bit of white chocolate to help finish it. So very clean, very easy. Yeah, super dank. Right? And again, it's not the heaviest dessert at the end, because then at least you have a bite that's crunchy, fulfilling at the same time. Everything else on the plate is quite filling as it is. Where's the toffee? My goodness. Sorry. Where's my head at? You know, I don't know what I'm thinking. Right?
How dare.
Caramel powder to finish. There you go. All right. So again, that's the finish. Right? And the lemon curd, which is awesome, if you let this refrigerate, it'll just become nice and more dense in the fridge, and you can have more uses with it. So in the next live, I'll probably find another use for it, and then we'll go from there, okay? So guys, thank you again. I appreciate you guys for rolling through. Thank you so much for being here. I can't express enough how much I appreciate you guys for enabling me to be able to do this. You know, I never thought there'd be an audience for it. So again, guys, I will be back on Thursday evening, 5 p.m. As usual. If you guys haven't already, if anyone's new to my channel or new to this page, please hit that follow button. I appreciate you guys a lot for doing that. We hit 40K, 41K likes today, and I couldn't be more appreciative. So again, you guys have a good rest of your next couple of days. Be safe out there, and I will catch you on my next live. Again, also, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, recipe ideas, all that good stuff, please don't hesitate, hit me in the DMs, and I will always take down those notes and keep them in mind, all right? It's for sour soups? Yes, 100%. Same with really great for desserts. But until then, guys, you guys have a good rest of your evening. I will catch you on Thursday, 5 p.m. And yeah, be safe out there, all right? Take care. Alicia, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah. Peace, y'all.